So a couple months after I finished the 5-speed swap on the convertible, the parking brake decided that it was going to break one of the pins that holds the shoe in place. I did not feel like driving the car or fixing the car, so I decided to just drop it off at the shop and put the snow tires on the turbo car. Man, all of my trim is just falling off, huh? Decided to put the snow tires on the turbo car and drive the turbo car. Now the turbo car hates, absolutely hates starting when it's cold out, which is understandable. It was never really tuned for cold weather, and when I started drifting it and realized that I didn't really need any more power, I decided that I wasn't going to get it retuned until I put a new motor in the car. Now, obviously, driving the car in the summertime and springtime and fall time, it's not a problem. But for the past week in the morning, it has been about, I don't know, anywhere from -5 to -10 degrees outside. Now the car will start, but I have to crank it for like 30 to 35 seconds before it finally fires up. And that is obviously very taxing on the battery in the cold weather. So my battery died. My brother was kind enough that he was going to let me borrow his truck, which works out perfectly because I have some tools and spare parts and stuff that I've been storing at a friend's house since for a couple of years now. So I'm just finally gonna be able to use this truck to go and pick up my stuff from my buddy's house. Now, the reason the stuff is at my buddy's house and not down at Night Shift Auto Lab, where I rent my space from, because I think it was like 3 years ago or so, I was renting from another spot. It was a little bit closer to home, but the guys that I was renting with ended up deciding that they wanted the space for themselves and didn't want to continue renting out the space to other people. Now, I can't blame them for that because I was homeless at the time, and I definitely spent a couple nights in the shop just because it's a safe place for me to park my car, and we had an office with a couch, and there was a, you know, a decently warm place for me to lay down and get some rest. So obviously a shop is not the best place to be sleeping, especially when you're renting it with other people. So we just ended up, you know, splitting ways with the shop rental. We're still friends, we still talk, I still, you know, support them with their cars and activities and all that stuff, but we just don't rent shop space together anymore. So after that happened, I needed a place to keep some of my stuff, and this friend reached out to me and they said that they have space in their barn, and I am more than welcome to keep any of the stuff that I need to in their barn. So that's where we're going now. We're heading over to my buddy's house to load the truck up with my tools and spare parts and stuff. And then we are going to make our way down to Night Shift Auto Lab, where we'll drop some of the stuff off, grab my jump pack, which I'll be able to use to start the turbo car with, and drop off all of my stuff and possibly work on the convertible, so long as Orion isn't there doing something with an S14. Yeah, so let's do it. I will pick up I just got out of work, my brain is fried. I will pick the video back up when I get to my buddy's house. I've never really been a truck guy. Now, growing up in the town that I grew up in, there was tons of trucks. Everybody's favorite thing to do was hop in their vehicles and go off-roading. There's a lot of trails around and dirt roads and places to take your vehicles. But I never really got into that. I always kind of stuck to cars. I was initially into Subarus. Obviously, I wanted to do like rally driving and stuff like that before I did drifting. But that was, I don't want to say more expensive than drifting, but it's a different kind of expense. It's a lot more taxing on the vehicle. But we're pulling up to my buddy's now. So as I was saying, I was never really a truck guy growing up. This is really my first real experience with a truck. To be honest, I really enjoy it. I can see how it is an enjoyable vehicle. You know, I don't worry about getting stuck anywhere. I don't worry about running stuff over or hurting the wheels, or all I gotta do is get in it and drive, and it just works. Super enjoyable. Kind of hate that I enjoy it so much, because now I kind of feel like I need to get a truck, which, to be honest, I kind of felt like I've needed one for a while now, since I've gotten so deep in the drifting. It would be nice to be able to just tow my car to the track and not have to worry about having to drive it home like I have been for the past 5 going on 6 years now. Cool, so there's not as much stuff that I left here that I thought. I've made a couple trips to pick stuff up, so I was expecting there to be a little bit more, but this is cool. This is a box of pipe. I got my toolbox. This is a box of old Subaru stuff. You know, I said I was into Subarus. This box is all like engine stuff. And then I got a box of old painting stuff back here. So cool, let's get the truck loaded up. I honestly don't even remember what's in here. All right, so some paint, little bushing installation and removal tool, trim stuff, or trim tools, a 3/8 torque wrench, screwdrivers. All my air tools are here. That's cool. Nothing. Extensions. Oh, okay. Ugh. My Torx and Allens. Screwdrivers. Hole saws. BMW fan tool. These are for my, what are they for? That one's not in there. Oh, these are for my nutsert tool. I got some stuff down here. It's just air tools. Yeah, air tools. Cool. Oh, and I got this tire off a Z. I gotta go replace the valve stem for Louis. It's a 2023 truck with no bed liner in it, so I'm just gonna do my best to not destroy it on him, because I know he'd be upset if I give him his truck back all banged up. Do I have a key for this on here? I don't. Is there a key in here for it? Just so I can lock it up? I could have sworn. I think my key's at the shop for it. Oh well. Sorry, Louis. Well, sorry, Dominic. Don't worry, I'm not gonna scratch it. That didn't work. The wheels fit over the tire. And now the tire's stuck in the toolbox. All right, so I guess I'm taking stuff out of it because I can't pick it up by myself. Tell you what though, it's gonna be nice to have this thing at the shop instead of having my tools all in a bag. Oh, I don't know if you heard that, but my knee popped real good there. All right, we got this. You know, use your legs, you know? I definitely just messed my knee up. See, I wish I had the key so I could lock it, because that thing just keeps wanting to go up as I tip it up. Come on, fit under the tonneau cover. Damn it. Okay, no big deal. Oh. Okay, flip it up, flip it up. Lock it in place. Lock it in place. Try and close this up. And what we want to do is slide it all the way to the front. Get it out of the crack of the bed. Yep, that's perfect. Literally exactly what I wanted. I wish I could push this. Oh man, my knee. I'm gonna have to get up there. God damn it. Probably should just put that stuff in a... Whoa. All right. Now the question, can I get it all the way to the back? Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Get this out of here, get this out of here. Damn, DJ, how'd you do that? That wasn't me. Yeah, my knee is not happy right now. I'll get over it though. Ooh. Push that over more. Yep. Hey, you know what? My knee popped again and it feels so much better already. Nope. That wheel's got to come down more. It's still sensitive, but we'll be all right. You know what? It's going in the back seat. Chuck said, "Oh no, someone's gonna steal me." Man. Now, the issue that I'm going to run into is I wish I could stand that up on its side, because I can't really take all of this stuff. Actually, this I can probably put on the back seat. But this has an M50. This has a head in it. So this isn't exactly light. We're gonna go nice and slow with this, because we're not gonna hurt ourselves. We're going back down with it. We're gonna drag it as far as we can, because it's heavy. I can pick it up, but man, is it heavy. Those can probably be machined, but damn. I should have grabbed another blanket. Okay, what do we have? All right. Cool. I got it in. I can't believe I got that in there. See, I think there's just... So that... These are all just boxes that I had put the stuff on. Cool. Yo, there's all my jack stands. So I had put all my stuff on pallets and jack stands just because it's a dirt floor, and I wasn't sure if it was gonna get soft and the stuff would sink or what was gonna happen with it. Don't worry, DJ, I'm gonna clean the inside of your truck for you. Yeah, so I just wasn't sure what was gonna happen in this barn with like the ground. So I figured I'd put the stuff up off the dirt just so I didn't have to worry about it. And see all my plastic covers. I'll come back another time so I can get rid of all this trash, but I think that's all I'm gonna take for today. I don't really have any room for much of anything else. This pipe might all be junk. Actually, it still feels pretty solid. My plan is to use this pipe to practice welding, because while I'm pretty good at fitting stuff up, I don't really, not that I'm not good at welding, I just haven't had enough practice to say that, you know, I'm proficient. So I bought that pipe for a project probably like 6 years ago at this point now, but it ended up being the wrong material. I wanted stainless steel, and it's mild steel, and I was building a street car that I drove in the winter time, so it really made more sense for me to grab stainless and not mild, because I didn't want to go through with having it painted and coated and all that fun stuff to try and make it safe for me to continue to use. So got the truck all loaded up. We're gonna head down to Night Shift Auto Lab and unload it, see if we can possibly work on the convertible a little bit. If not, it is what it is, and I'll be able to do it at some point this weekend. All right, so a little over an hour later, we are pulling up to the shop, aka Night Shift Auto Lab. I'm kind of hoping Orion is here so that he can help me unload this stuff, because my knee is really not feeling all that great. There's the vert. It doesn't look like anybody's here. Sick. But I'm definitely not going to work on the convertible because my knee is not feeling all that great. So I'm gonna give her a couple days to rest, maybe get a knee brace, but I definitely am not gonna do anything today because she do not feel good. Rear seat reminder, look in rear seat. Make sure you didn't leave any kids in there. I'm trying to make this a little bit easier on myself since my knee is really giving me a hard time. Oh goodness, where's my little rolling cart? Here we go. So if you didn't see in the 5-speed swap video, this is all of like my area. I kind of share it with Louie. Got a whole bunch of extra parts and stuff. It's an S50 head that belongs to the block over there. It's getting a head gasket and it's going to go into his sedan outside. I've had all my tools in bags this whole time, and I finally got, you know, some organizers. It's gonna be nice to actually be able to work on my stuff and be able to have my tools in drawers and organized finally. So we take this, put it on the cart, and wheel it back over. That's good. I don't have to carry anything. The only concern I have is, am I gonna fit through here? Nope. Which means I'm not gonna fit through there with the tool cart either. So the toolbox, I'll probably, for the night, just leave it over there. Don't think Orion's gonna have an issue with that. I mean, it's on wheels. It can be pushed out of the way if it is in the way, so. Oh man. I can't believe I hurt my knee. What an idiot. And my jack stands, like, man, all of this stuff that, like, I just missed so badly. Can you guys see how bad I'm hobbling in the video? I'm sure I could put more weight on my leg, but I just really don't want to even risk it. I walk around all day for work, so like, granted it's Friday, so I don't have to go in for the rest of the weekend, but if it's still like this on Monday, it's gonna be rough. You know, in a sense, I'm lucky that I hurt my leg on a Friday because I don't have to work all weekend, because my job is literally walking around and bending over and picking stuff up and putting stuff down. So like, leg, back, arm injuries, those things really mess with me for work. I don't know. All right. How hilarious would it be if I hurt my other knee trying to get this thing in there? Hopefully this thing can fit. Whoa. That's exactly what you don't want to do. Okay, here's a problem. All right, so I'm gonna need to pick up this. Come on. I think this one will be skinny enough. I'll be able to push it between the cars. Come on. But it's too tall. It's gonna touch the... No, it's not gonna touch the mirror. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. Look at all that room. This thing's a hunk of junk. I'm just kidding. This 240 is for sale. You guys should buy it. Somebody should buy it. I'm tired of looking at it. I'm tired of working on it. I'm tired of trying to fix it for Louie. Somebody should buy it and make both of our days. Ow. Because neither of us have the motivation to get it going. It fires up, it starts, it moves, it runs. The biggest issue is it has a Mega Squirt ECU and it needs a tune. Like I said, it starts, it idles, you just can't really rev or drive or put any load on it because it just doesn't want to do what it's supposed to do. It needs a legitimate tune before anything happens with it. But me and Louie just don't have the motivation to get it done. Okay. Okay, so there's that. There's the parts. Now let's try and get this toolbox out. Should be much easier than in. I should just be able to grab it and pull it. I'm gonna pull this out first. This is the one thing I do have to do while I'm here. I should set that up now. I gotta put a new valve stem in this thing. Louie bought a 350Z. It needed wheels and tires. He got these wheels and tires for it, and one of them just leaks. I believe it's out of the valve stem. So I'm gonna mark this thing. You might not be able to see this. Gonna mark the tire where the valve stem is so I can put it back in the same spot so it doesn't need to be rebalanced. I'll pop the valve stem out, put the new valve stem in, call it a day. Oh, I gotta turn the compressor on. and plug the tire machine in. And before I do anything else, I want to move these parts, because if I break these, oh, if I break these, Orion will kill me. I gotta make sure I pick up all that hardware. Make sure there's none, that one underneath it. Okay. Oh man. So this wagon is either for sale or is going to be raffled off. Make sure you go check out Night Shift Auto Lab for the information on that. It is a obviously E36 wagon. It has an aluminum block M52 B28 in it out of a Z3. So it's a pretty cool setup. I don't like this one bit. What a terrible way to store these. Come on, Orion. You're legitimately killing me here. Okay, so let's go get this box. Grab and slide. See if I can just grab the blanket and pull the blanket. Mint. Okay. So I'm just gonna lean into it. Tires down. Sweet. Oh, that was so much easier than going in. Okay. Let's pull this stuff all out of here. Is that a used oil filter? Oh my God. I will say it's a nice truck. I have enjoyed using it. I can definitely see myself getting a similar sized truck. I don't really, you know, I don't need anything as big as like that GM, or is that a Chevy? As big as Orion's dually over there. But you know, this thing, it's rated to tow 7,000 pounds. I can totally tow an E36 and a trailer and some tires with that, no problem. So it would be a perfect truck to have as a daily slash parts rig slash tow rig for, you know, doing all of the car stuff. Because I love daily driving an E36, but my biggest issue is days like today where I had to grab a tote and a toolbox and a box, and I'm not able to fit enough stuff in the car to do what I need to do. Especially the convertible over there, it's useless. With the trunk is half the size, the back seat is half the size, and it's got a light colored interior. So I'm afraid of putting anything in it because I don't want to destroy the interior. So like, it's just a fun car and I can't do anything that I need to do with it. So I'll probably end up getting rid of the convertible in the springtime. Maybe I'll get another sedan, maybe I'll get a truck or an SUV or something, but I don't know. I'm just happy to finally have this toolbox at the shop because it's been a long time without having access to tools. And every time I come over here to work on stuff, I put my car on the lift and I gotta bring all my bags from over there and just lay them out on the floor and to try and find the stuff. So it'll be nice to have a toolbox again. But I gotta do this tire, gotta put a valve stem in it, and then I'm going to head back up to Massachusetts and call it a day. Orion's not here working on this thing, but my knee hurts. I'm not trying to fix my parking brake on the convertible with not really being able to walk all that well. So I'm not going to record this. It's changing a tire. Plus it'll probably be kind of a pain in the ass for me to do with my bad knee now, but we're gonna see how it goes, because Louis needs this done so he can give the car to his nephew, because his nephew is going to be buying the 350Z off of him, and it's my job to get it ready. So I'm gonna do this and head back up to Mass. So my GoPro died in the middle of me saying what I was going to do, but what ended up happening was I didn't have to take the tire completely off. All I did was break the bead on the face of the wheel, and I was able to get to the tire pressure sensor without having to take the whole wheel off. So I just have to set the bead now, which I don't have a tripod. I'm gonna need both of my hands to do this, but yeah, this should be all set. It's got a new valve stem. Just gotta set the bead and put the right pressure in it, and I'm good to go. Come on, make the noise. Looks good from my house.